Vengeance. Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Batman McFarlane Toys line art variant action figure from the new Black Adam Page Punchers Wave. Now this guy, as you can see, is in partnership with DC Direct and McFarlane Toys. He should be hitting retail right about now, and this figure just looks so amazing. It's definitely an artistic style, but we're going to go ahead and take a really in-depth look at this figure. So let's start off with the packaging. Now first off, as you can see, we got the DC Direct and McFarlane Toys logo. It tells us that he's got a comic book inside, and then you can see the figure right here and the comic books in the back. He also comes with a Batarang and a trading card. And then you can see down here it says DC and Batman. On the bottom, you just get a bunch of barcodes. On the side, Page Punchers, DC Direct and McFarlane. And on the back, you can see that it's an exclusive comic book. That looks really nice. And there's the figure and then more logos. On the sides, it says Batman from the Black Adam comic. And that is pretty much it for the figure. I can't wait to open this thing up, so let's go ahead and do so. Alright, so just some first thoughts on this figure. I will say this guy looks so cool. It is crazy how stylistic this is, but then also how much it actually works. You can tell that clearly a lot of thought was going into this figure, and since it is a line art variant, it's just like for comic books when, you would get your sketching in, then your inking, then the coloring. It's all a process. A team has to work on it, and it really feels like it's been shown in this figure. You can just tell the appreciation that has gone into it, and it really makes a super awesome looking Batman. Now for our accessories here, we come with a stand. This comes with pretty much every McFarlane Toys stuff. I mean, it's just the stand that you can put them on. We have a Page Puncher's bio right here for Batman. You can pause the screen to read this right now. And then we also come with a Batarang here in white, which actually looks really cool. You can stick him in his hand right here, and he can throw it at somebody with a white Batarang. I mean, that's kind of interesting. We've never really gotten anything like that before. And then also, the figure comes with a comic book, the Black Adam comic. Now, I read through this thing really quickly, and I will say it's an actual full-on comic book. We got some really cool artwork like this. Basically, what's happening is one of Black Adam's generals has summoned the Rot, which is the Swamp Thing's enemy. Swamp Thing is actually in this comic, which I thought is pretty cool since we have this figure in McFarlane Toys. So if you want to go ahead and get that, you might as well do so that you can complete this comic. But we have some really cool pages like that. I mean, there's just such good artwork in this. It's really great. Here's all the creators if you want to go support them. Very nice comic book, and this is exclusive only to Page Punchers, which I think is amazing. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at Batman. So for Batman, you can clearly see that he is a combination of white and black coloring. There's not much other than that except maybe a little bit of gray right here, but I'm pretty sure that's just the white showing up on black. I think this kind of cel-shaded inking look looks really nice on him. He's got some really good sculpting as well inside of all this detail. It kind of gets fleshed out by the black and white, but you can really see the detail when you come up close, and I think it looks really nice. The face as well is not the greatest when you're just looking straight at it. It looks a little bit derp, but then from above it looks really nice. And then you can get it in some poses where he looks very menacing. But overall, the sculpting on this looks really great. It's definitely a Batman figure, and it's worthy of it. For his articulation, as you can see, Batman can look up and down. He can get all the neck rotation. There's not really a ball joint though, so you can't really move the neck around, but it looks really nice. There's not much ab crunch either. It's kind of limited by the sculpting, but you can see there's a little bit right here. The arms move in and out. It's not on a butterfly joint, but you can get some really good rotation there. Of course, the shoulder or the biceps swivel, and then the elbows can move up and down. They're double jointed. For this hand, he's got a kind of trigger finger. It can move out and in. And then for this one, he's got a fist, which can also move out and in. Not much articulation on the hips, but we're kind of used to that with McFarlane. But the legs have a wide range of movement. And of course, he's got double jointed knees that go really good. And then also, he's got some ankle movement, and then some toe articulation. So overall, actually, the articulation on this guy is really good. Here's the line art variant Batman up next to the Batman from Dark Knight's Death Metal and the Batman from the Batman vs. Hush 2-pack. As you can see, I think he's pretty much the same size as this guy and maybe a little bit smaller than him. Here he is up next to Superwoman and Ultraman from the Crime Syndicate wave, and as you can see, he's smaller than both of them, but I think he actually fits in size. And finally, here he is up next to Swamp Thing and Clayface. Obviously, he's smaller than both, but I think he does definitely fit in with the DC Multiverse size range. So overall, I am just in love with this figure. I think Todd McFarlane has killed it with another Batman. It's very stylistic, so I don't think everyone's gonna love this figure, but I think it looks so amazing, especially coming from a guy who loves to draw in this sort of comic book style with, you know, inking and stuff. I think it looks so amazing, and it definitely is gonna be one of my favorite figures on my shelf. This guy looks so awesome. He's great for posing. His articulation is amazing. The size comparisons are definitely there. It's overall just a really well-rounded figure, and you get a comic book with it, so how can you complain? Overall, I think this figure is definitely an A+ overall. Very great. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Of course, if you did, leave a like, and if you haven't already and you want to see more of this, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.